Alright, so welcome back to another video on how to become a business consultant freelancer. So, looking at the section 4 on how to conduct a research and gather quality data, and how important it is not only as a business consultant freelancer but in life as well. So, you might wonder why, how you can apply that is in your life. This is especially good and critical since now we're living in a era of huge amount of data. So we need is to filter out, we need to remove and reduce the noise from the background and get only what we want. So, for example, here, especially when conducting a research, uh, it's important to understand where this data come from the most uh, uh, credible and uh, valuable source of data to the least valuable. And the reason is because since data is something powerful because it can help you to influence, inform, persuade, or even reinforce your point of view, it also can be misleading. So, and especially for the business aspect, as a consultant, identify that the first party data or the data that comes from the company is the most valuable. Again, in this context, is the most valuable because once you are agreed to sign an NDN agreement, most of the time the data are behind to some NDN contract. So once you sign that, you can see what they have done in the past, look at this historical data to get to look as far data as they have, yet to look at as far yet to look as far back data as they have. And so with that you can see, well, what they have done in the past, how they have been performance, and how you can provide your suggestion based on that. Then you have is the second source data, the second party data. This is coming from trust source that they are not anonymous. They have a great record of research report, peer review. They might or not behind some paywall. Okay, and a way to uh, restrict content with a subscription or a purchase. And how this secondary data is very, very helpful for that. And the least uh, source data are from the third party data that comes from aggregate sources. And because doing this, looking at these aggregate sources, uh, and especially as, yeah, look at this, all right? Mm-mm-mm. And uh, so, for example, yeah, I'm looking at things. Yeah, after I look at the third-party data because I distract myself thinking in other stuff. It's not back here to reality. So looking at this uh, way of gathering quality data and how to look from a broad perspective when you conduct a research, how to do that. Well, play the advocate with yourself because things are not black or white. Also, gather relevant data and keep notes and records of every source you obtain. Look out for uh, the quality of those data or the quality of your source, especially when you're conducting your research, right? Where these data come from? These data come from the first party data, secondary party data, third party data. What is the quality of these data that it's collecting from? Who the author really is? Their website from I gather this data. Um, I need to make some quality check. Like, well, is there have some poor grammar or something feels a little fishy? And by looking at the case of study, which is something that Paul Mendes applied when he conducted research from the marketing perspective, okay, to a tourist website, such as, well, look at the product and service and understand what they offer, and then you go into the specific, like pricing, categories, company review, to understand what makes this company unique, because that's what I will use in my consulting suggestions. And if you can have access to the first party data, again, uh, great for you, because you can now look at how this company has been performing, what they have done in the past, and see how you can provide your suggestion based on that. So once you conduct is the research from their website, their uh, brand, how much they charge, the categories. Now it is time to look at the secondary data to make this competitor analysis to figuring out first who the other players in the industry are in that area and see what you can learn from them. Taking also notes and keywords, because that's what I'll use uh, to get a clear idea of what's going on in that industry when you conduct a keyword research for any uh, keyword research planner, okay, such as from Google or anyone or any other keyword tool planners. And then on top of that competitor analysis, now you make a broad research by looking at the world's news, again, to get some real up-to-date data from that. And you ask yourself, everything that I have researched so far, what are the things that are most likely to work today? And that includes look at the regulations, see how this industry is adapting to regulations, and uh, where this industry is going. So because of that, okay, now once I conduct my own research specifically for creating a POC e-commerce with you and Nas and Strappy, like that, I saw that, and to me it was like, okay, great. This is the my own way to conduct a research, and the consultation project is, well, figuring out how to create POC e-commerce uh, using Vue and Nodes and Strap, right? Because, well, uh, to understand this, or, or before to know what are the things that I need to do in terms of strategic and implementation, strategic improving and implementation. So first I begin with the strategic outline, right? So what are the things that I need to learn first when you conduct this research? And that is the concept, such as e-commerce. So what is e-commerce? So e-commerce, according to Amazon, it tells that it is the transaction between the good and service. Okay, it is your bustling city center or your brick and mortar shop converting to zeros and one on the internet superhighway. Shopify mentioned that whether e-business refers to all aspects of operating an online business, e-commerce specifically refers to the transaction of good and service online. So this transactions between different parties, okay, is part of the business models from the e-commerce or the business administration, okay. And here we have different types of e-commerce. That you have business to consumer, the most widely used business model, where now consumers can purchase goods or service directly to uh, online retailers, for example, like Amazon, Walmart, or Target in the US. Uh, Online retailers, consumers can purchase good or service to now small business or individuals, and this is called this digital marketplace because business create this digital marketplace to do that, like Etsy or eBay subscription service. So now consumers can subscribe or can sign in monthly or yearly on service like food delivery service, or online streaming such as Netflix or Spotify. Consumers can book a flight, hotel, or a car online in place like Expedia, Booking, or Airbnb. And this is called online, online booking travel, or order food order and delivery service. So now consumers can order food to restaurants online on the US in apps like Grubhub, Uber Eats, or DoorDash. So in Latin America, you have other apps like that, whether it's the uh, whether it's Rappi, or whether it's Rappi or um, whether it's Rappi or Pedidos Ya, among others, right? But that is the most common example from business to consumer. Online retailers digital marketplace, subscription service, online booking, uh, travel, or food order and delivery. Okay. The other model is the business to business, which is something interesting. That now business, uh, for example, uh, create digital space or digital marketplace that business can buy and sell goods and services, such as Alibaba, Amazon Business, or eBay Business. The other is IBA. So traditionally, there were certain business operations, such as purchase order or invoice, that were traditionally made on paper, but now it is done electronically using IVI systems or EDA systems, electronic data interchange. Also, they can use set uh, online supply portals, especially for very large business, to streamline their supply chain and procurement process. And procurement is the purchase of goods and assets from business at scale to get a good bid, such as SAP Arriva Network or Walmart Supplier Center. You also have is wholesale e-commerce, where now manufacturing distributors sell product to business, such as Uline or Granger. Or in the context of payment solutions, so business can or payment providers like PayPal or Stripe provide is business to business solutions to other business, so they can easily receive and send payment online. That's five couple example of, or that's five example, the five most common examples from business to business. Then you have business to consumers, where now consumers offer goods or service to business, such as freelance writing, graphic design, web development, uh, in place like or in platforms like Upwork, Fiverr, or Freelancer. So this is freelance work. Online service, where now consumers can participate on uh, paid service for market research purpose, such as SurveyMonkey. Consumers can make their own digital products and sell that to business, such as Shutterstock, where they can set his image and image and audio. Okay, so like Shutterstock, uh, like Shutterstock, um, Audio Jungle from Envato, or iStock. Consumers can subscribe, and now consumers can raise funds for their own projects and ideas, like uh, Indiegogo and Kickstarter. Okay, so crowdfunding, or uh, consumers uh, can set their price quota, or yes, can set their price quote for products and services in a reverse auction, right? So that is the consumer that set a price quota for a particular product or service that business offer in a reverse auction. And that's great, because with that, now you can decide where you would like to go, where would you like to dedicate your time and attention. So most of the time, The vast majority of the freelance work is purely, or the vast majority of the consumer, I will argue, the vast majority of the consumer to business model, okay, I'll argue, is that based on freelance work, okay, it's not bad. The only issue is that you are tied to a to the clock, and that's not good for business, especially if you're going to if you want to have a tremendous success. So that's actually not quite good for business. But in any case, okay, uh, this this is something that now business can decide where they can dedicate their time or not. And also you, if you see yourself as a business, where would you like to dedicate your time or not? Okay. Uh, it also makes business that are scalable, because the ultimate goal is, once you know what consulting business is, you know how to craft an offer, you know how to uh, send proposal, you know how to secure payment, you know how to send service agreement, you started to get some traction on there. The ultimate goal is to scale your business, right? And scaling here meaning that you won't have to be you need to set a fixed hourly, you need to set a fixed monthly rate for that, okay, and also in things that will give you valuable skills that makes you uh, yeah, that makes you someone valuable on the market, especially in the software development market, or the software market. So okay, cool, cool. uh, because now, all right, because now, so after I look at the consumer to business example model, or the example of consumer to business model, okay, then I look at the government to business, and something that I frankly took quite amount of time to understand what are the things that the government provides to business, such as public procurement process, where now governments provide is a uh, online platform to government or to business. It provide a online platform for business to bid on government contracts, such as the Federal Business Opportunity on the US, the FBO, or the UK Contracts Finder Service. Governments also can provide uh, tax filing and payment system, such as the electronic federal tax payment system on the US, or the HM revenue and customs from the UK. So Her Majesty Revenue and Customs. So even in the title, they tell you a lot. Uh, so now business can also apply to license and permits, such as food license or building permit. So this is licensing and permits. can subscribe. Governments can provide, which is where we left, or where I left yesterday. Where I left yesterday here, the government to business. Okay, so the next is custom clearance and international trade. And custom clearance in Spanish is aduana. Custom clearance, eh, despeje personalizado o despacho personalizado. Clearance, we're looking at the meaning of clearance here. Exactly. Clearance in headward, space, authorization, clearance, security clearance, access to secret information, clearance, authorization, clearance, exactly. Es, okay, limpieza, desmonte, despeje, clearance, as one way to describe this, uh, as a noun. Okay, clearance as a non-female, non-masculine, masculine noun, as a noun. Okay, okay, clearance. It's a certificate, clearance certificates. Interesting. So anything when you look at the business about anything about when you look at business talking about clearance and things like that, it's like okay. But after all, clearance in government agency it means custom clearance. That's what they mentioned here. Custom clearance. It means is in Spanish aduana. So custom clearance. So it's a noun. So clearance is a noun. The ceiling clearance is pretty low at this house. Space room to move. There's not enough clearance under the bridge to accommodate large trucks. Close out sales to clear stock liquidation. I bought a dress on clearance. Ah, okay. I bought a dress on clearance. Liquidation. Okay. I bought a dress about this on clearance. Okay. On clearance. Aircraft. The pilot was given clearance to take off. Authorization. But I think clearance is in the UK. I don't know if they use that. Clearance, I think.
Clearance.
Clearance, yeah. clearance. I don't know if they use clearance for that. Um, yeah, but in any case, hmm okay, clearance. So okay, so clearance depend on the context. It can be height, all right, headroom, or space, uh, uh, liquidation, authorizations, access, uh, or clearing out, removal. So removal, authorization, liquidation. So in this case, custom clearance and international trade, it means is aduanas, custom clearance. Okay. So custom clearance and international trade. It's funny because clearance has a lot of meaning, and a lot of the time in Spanish word, you have a specific word to describe that shit, right? Most of the time. Most of the time you have, uh, for example, in the case of aduana, and if you look at the meaning for this, okay, exactly. You have that particularly uh, thing to learn. So it's just one thing. Mhm. Okay. All right. Clear. Oh my God. Okay. Okay. Cool. So that's okay. So so clearance has different. It is funny because clearance have different. Clearance in Spanish has different meaning depending on the context. Whereas in Spanish, you have a freaking fucking word to describe that particular thing. you know. So English is very subtle depending on the context. Whereas in Spanish, you need to know the current or the proper word to describe that. I wish you the best to all of the uh, North American or European or whoever want to learn Spanish for business purpose because man, that'll be freaking hard. That'll be freaking hard. Okay, so that's clearance. Okay, so clearance can be the head of room. It can mean height in Spanish. Can be height, free space, liquidation, authorization or access, uh, removal or clearing, or compensation. You gotta be fucking kidding me, man. Or compensation. Additional trades is discount on sales. Clearance. Okay. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. an allowance or clearance. Hmm. Okay, okay. So I'm learning here a new freaking word. I'm learning here a new freaking word. Mm-hmm. Hmm. Very, very interesting. Hmm. Very, very freaking interesting. Mm. Very, very freaking interesting. By the way, okay, so clearance, clearance. All right, all right. Give me a second here. Okay, clearance, clearance. Interesting. Okay, so example of government to business, right? Example of government to business e-commerce. Okay, you have public procurement portals where now government agency provides online platforms for business to bid on government contracts, such as the FBO, the Federal Business Opportunity from United States, or the UK government contract finder service. Uh, exactly, or the UK government contract finder service. Also, government can provide tax filing and payment systems for business, such as electronic federal tax payment system on the US, and or the HM revenue and custom uh, from the UK or in the UK, right? HM revenue, HM revenue and customs. So HM revenue and customs, and HM means is Her Majesty. Her Majesty revenue and customs. Okay. Uh, Licensing and permit applications in our business can apply for license and permits such as food service or building permit, custom clearance. So now custom clearance in international trade. So government provides online service to facilitate the cross-border trade, such as electronic customs clearance. Exactly. Electronic custom clearance. In Spanish, this is aduana de dispositivos electrónicos or export declaration. Electronic custom clearance or export declarations, and business registrations and incorporations. So many governments allow business to register or incorporate online, such as company house in the UK, okay, such as company house in the UK, or the US Small Business Administration business, or the US Small Business Administration for incorporation. Small business administration. This is to register companies. Uh, mm, the U.S. Small Business Administration. The U.S. Small Business Administration. Your business, turn your business into what the hell? Under the U.S. Business Administration. Start your business in 10 steps. Oh my God, they want to be uh, not at all, man. I definitely want to start this kind of job or business. It's like I get it. I fucking get it. Not at all. I know that someone must have to do that, but not at all. Free business counseling and things like that. Federal government contracting. How we help small business. SBA guarantee business loans. Again, again. Want to be an entrepreneur? Let to get started on your business in 10 steps. Small business administration. Conduct market research. Okay. Exactly, that's what I'm doing right now. Conduct market research. Find competitive advantage for your business. Write your business plan. Fund your business. Pick up your business location. Choose a business structure. Exactly. Choose a business structure. LTD, Corp, PC, LLC. Choose your business name. Register your business and get federal and state tax ID. Apply for license and permits. Open a business bank account. Open a shop. Congratulations, it's time to quit the big rival. Your business is officially open. Now focus on managing and growing your business. Managing and growing your business. Need help? Get free business counseling. Counseling. Mhm. Mhm. Write your business plan. It's a roadmap how to structure, run and grow your new business. You'll use it to convince people that working with you or investing in your company. This is my choice. Mm, Pick your business location. LLC. Choose your business name. Register your business. This is exactly what I'm talking about here. About registering your business. With business registration and incorporation, where many governments allow business to register or incorporate online, such as the Small Business Administration on the US or the Company House on the UK. Company House on the UK. Mm, Holy crap. Interesting. Very, very interesting. And that'll be all for this video. Take care. Bye bye.